What is going on, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. You already know what it is. It's your boy, Books and Beats, back here with another YouTube video, guys. Go ahead, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, comment on this video. Tell me what you guys think about this video. Today we got an album review for you guys, and I'm so happy, elated, just freaking going nuts right now, because guys, this album is by no other than himself, Titty Boy, 2 Chainz, Titty Boy, Taheed Heps, sucking on your mama titty. I don't know, whatever you want to call him, guy. Lee, just give him a name and let's just go with it, man. You know who I'm talking about. Mr. True Religion, guy Lee, Atlanta's most famous rapper, arguably the best rapper in Atlanta right now. You guys can argue it with me. I'm saying it right here. He is Atlanta's hottest rapper right now. Anyways, guys, we got the album Rap or Go to the League by 2 Chainz himself, guys. It is his 5th studio album. It dropped March 1st, 2019. I'm so happy to do an album review on this for you guys. So guys, let's get straight into this album review. So we got track number 1. It is called Forgiven, featuring Marsha Ambrosius. I'm not sure who that was. Getting into any album, I want to say, when you first listen to the album, the intro is the most important song in an album. It is the most important. I feel like the first and the last song are key songs for an album. I don't know if you guys think the same, but it is for me. And I will say this intro was amazing. Marsha did a good job with the chorus. The chorus itself is just is amazing in itself. She starts off saying prayers for our sins. Like, it's just it gives me goosebumps just even thinking about her voice on there. It meshed well with 2 Chainz verses. I love the whole meaning of that track. 2 Chainz talks a lot about his past and what he been through. Also, the intro for the track, he had his old, I think, college or high school basketball intro on that track. So that was kind of cool how he incorporated like the sports in there with the album. Also, LeBron James was an AR for this album. He was the first titled athlete AR for any album. So big thumbs up to that. That's kind of cool to see that an athlete had a hand in on the hip hop album, and I think it was kind of cool of 2 Chainz to bring him in. That intro was so moving, and it was a beautiful beat. We learned a lot about 2 Chainz and his past. We also see some writers on this track. He had Kanye West, Maxwell, Jay-Z, a few other people who are writers on this song that we probably didn't know about, but I'm just so glad that we saw so much thought put into this intro of this track. So we got track number 2 called Threat to Society. Now this track is more of a serious but fun, playful beat, and I love how 2 Chainz did that. He talks about how he's a threat being like an African American male, and I love it. Also just talking about the struggles that African Americans go through. Love the track. It was a good sample on this track. It was amazing. Sounded good. It got me moving. I was like, I'm a threat. We had Ninth Wonder on the beat. Amazing. I love it. Track number 3 was called Money in the Way. Now this beat, just instantly when it came on, I could automatically hear Chainz the rapper on this track. I don't know how you guys feel about that track, but Chainz, I could see him on this beat 100%, but I'm kind of glad he was not on it, because I felt like he would have probably did too much on this track. But this track right here is a good, solid track. We have Buddha Beats and Jabs on the production for this track. Key things that I loved about the track: it was good production, it was a fun track. Just talking about Money in a Way, like it's one of those tracks where you just riding down the highway, just cruising on the highway, just need something to bounce to, and that was what 2 Chainz gave us, and I loved it. Track number 4, we had Statue of Limitations. Now, I will say the production on this album was awesome. I love this album because he talked about how much he sold drugs back then, and it wasn't like he was glorifying it. It was more of how he had to get through his times, like how he had to make money. He talked about how he had to sell drugs to his mom, but also he turned it into a fun, good track, and I respected that about him, because 2 Chainz always does that. 2 Chainz has his own special vibe to himself, and that's how he's kind of different from other artists. So I would say I like that about this track. Track number 5, we got Hot Top Versace featuring Young Thug. Off the rip, this track right here is a straight banger. It gets you moving from the start of the beat, man. This is one of my favorite tracks on this album. I love Young Thug on the chorus. Sometimes I feel like Young Thug does too much on choruses, but he did an awesome job on this 2 Chainz track. Hot Top Versace, I got hot top socks. This is a track for 2 Chainz to kind of gloat on how he has his own Versace sneaker. You guys didn't know about it. He just signed a deal with Versace or something like that, where he released like a hot top sneaker. So this is kind of his anthem that he plays, I guess. But it was a good track. Young Thug did good on it. 2 Chainz came in with the greedy verses. It was good. Track number 6, we got Whip featuring Travis Scott, no other than himself. Cactus Jack, my guy. Y'all know I love Travis Scott. That's my guy. I was kind of iffy on the track at first, because I've never heard 2 Chainz on kind of like that melodic type beat. And anytime Travis Scott gets on a song with somebody, if he features, he usually tends to take over the whole track, in my opinion. Like, Travis Scott has his own sound, so when you put Travis Scott on a feature, you have to like accept what he does, and he tends to take over like the whole track. 2 Chainz did good with his verses on there. He did a real good job. So track number 7, we got NCAA, which is kind of funny how we got all of this stuff going on in college sports, which everybody has always been talking about, how the NCAA needs to start paying their athletes, which I think they should start paying their athletes. Though you got all these people trying to get them deals while in college. Some of them are getting caught and then ending up paying a consequence when they get older and try and go to the league, and it's just not fair. And I love how 2 Chainz talked about that, because you don't hear too many tracks of any artist talking about this. So I thought it was it was a dope track. It was a dope, fun track, and I thought it was kind of cool that LeBron got to put in the word as AR listening to the track NCAA. And I would love to see what LeBron thought about this track as well. This NCAA was absolutely my favorite track on this album, hands down, I will say. I love how he talked about Johnny Manziel, how he talked about himself in a sense. Yeah, I just love the whole song. I love the beat. It was a good track. We got track number 8. We got Mama I Hit a Lick featuring no other than himself, one of the GOATs, Kendrick Lamar. This track was ape shit. Pharrell on the track, Pharrell Williams. Now guys, anytime Pharrell gets on the beat, you just instantly know it's Pharrell. Like, that's how you know a person is like up there. We got Kendrick on the feature, did an amazing job. As him and 2 Chainz, they went back and forth sharing verses. It's a good track. And I remember in an interview that 2 Chainz and LeBron was in the studio listening to the album, and 2 Chainz talked about how he didn't even think that track was gonna be finished. And just to think, like, what would this album be like if that track wasn't on there? Because this track is so crazy. Like, I feel like Pharrell is from the future. The way he thinks, man, like, he's got these futuristic beats, and it's just different. Track number 9, We got Rule the World featuring no other than herself, Ariana Grande. I was not expecting 2 Chainz and Ariana Grande to ever do a track together. I don't know why, but I'm glad he got her on this track. She held her weight, I'm not gonna lie. She held her own. She did a good job. 2 Chainz, good job. It was a nice, smooth track. Number 10, we got Girl's Best Friend featuring Ty Dolla $ign. This track was different. It was an anthem for the ladies. And I like Ty Dolla $ign on the chorus. It was good, but I couldn't see myself listening to that track more than once. 11, we got $2 Bill featuring no other than himself, Lil Wayne, and we got the GOAT E40. This track was nuts. I remember watching a Joe Budden interview pull up that he did with 2 Chainz, and how Joe Budden just expressed how the track was so freaking nuts. And I was thinking, like, I can't wait to hear this track. I can see this track being played in the club. I can see this track being played in the strip club. Yes, good track. So we got track number 12. It is called I Said Me. So we got Mike Dean on the beat. Rain just keep falling. That is so cold. And then the beat come on, man, and then I said me. This track was real gritty to me in a way, and I don't know why I use the word gritty, but it was real gritty. The production was nasty. I often thought about how he said in the beginning how he was trying to dumb down his music. It was witty in a way, and I like that about this song. Track number 13 was called I'm Not Crazy, featuring Chainz the Rapper. I know I said to you guys that I could see Chainz the Rapper being on Money in a Way, but he did a good job on this track as well. And also he had Kodak Black featuring on there as well. In this album, he just goes again just talking about how he stayed in the streets, how he had to find a way to get money, how he had to make a living, and it was eat or get ate basically out there. And that's something that I can respect in 2 Chainz. Track number 14, last but not least, it is called Sam. Yes, Sam, like Uncle Sam. This track right here is like beyond me. Like me being my age, like listening to this is so cool, cause like you don't hear anybody explain taxes ever, like in school. Like you never hear about that stuff, and that's some real stuff that everybody has to deal with, and whether you don't know about it, you gonna have to learn about it, because it's gonna happen to you. And I love how 2 Chainz dedicates this whole track just talking about taxes and how he had to deal with taxes, how he still deals with taxes, and how he's still kind of struggling with it. Also, he talked about the dealings of like shootings of African Americans going on. I liked how he was still kind of witty about it. Like he talked about being on both sides of the fence of not having money, having to pay taxes, and having all of this money and still having to pay taxes. And I liked how he talked about how he said like Diddy had to pay like $100,000 in taxes, but he gave him $105,000 in taxes just cuz, which was kind of cool. But guys, that was the last track, the last review of this album review. Guys, if I had to rate this album for 2 Chainz, I would give this album a 4 out of 5 right off the bat. This album was amazing. This is an album that I will continuously go back to. Real gritty, real witty. It was different for 2 Chainz. Go listen to this album. If you can't respect the grind, I'm just gonna say don't even listen to it at all, guys. Like, seriously. That is my review on this album. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what y'all think about 2 Chainz. Is he on top right now? Has he had the best album so far in the year, even though it's still early? Guys, let me know what you think. Go ahead, comment, like, subscribe, And guys, I'm gonna see you later in my next video. Peace.